Good. Can you speak on Joseph Campbell's mythology, his theory on archetypal hero and the influence that it had?
Yeah, sure. So Joseph Campbell, after looking into anthropology and sociology, he found out that every culture shares what he called the monomyth, which is the idea that for some reason, two cultures completely separate from each other all shared very common elements in what they considered someone heroic. And he formulated this sort of journey that he called the hero's journey. And it was the idea that normally, for example, let's have a pop quiz session right here. Name this movie. Starts off with a boy or a girl. They're an orphan. They think that they're normal people. And then suddenly, out of the blue, there is a third factor that comes in. And there's a destiny revealed to them. Typically, if you're given an object, whether it be a sword, or a wand, or a ring, and they go on a quest, and they find people along the way. And you'll notice, I give this question a lot when I teach graduate courses, and I always get a multitude of answers. People will say, oh, that's definitely Harry Potter, or that's Batman, or Luke Skywalker. And it always, on the last slide, I end up showing a slide of all those people in them. And it's something that we don't really think about, that there's a reason sort of fundamental as to why these characters, I think, are associated with this hero motif for us. So in Lucas's sort of interpretation of the monomyth in developing these characters, I know for a fact that he was influenced by Joseph Campbell in developing those archetypes, fleshing them out, and asking the question, like, when we are looking at the hero or the fool, what are the things that are coherent in all of those storylines, and how can we make that into something that's, you know, palatable to audiences on the big screen? And I think the more that you read into Joseph Campbell, so for those of you who like to read, you can buy his book, and it's called The Hero of a Thousand Faces. And when you read it, your hair will stand up, because you're going to think, oh my goodness, all these heroes that I like, whether it be like Spider-Man, or Batman, or Superman, you'll notice that they start to share the same qualities in common. Batman was an orphan, Peter Parker was essentially an orphan, and Superman was an orphan from his own planet. So I think that the Star Wars film sort of captured that essence that Joseph Campbell really talked about in his work and his writing.
Yeah, and I think those archetypes appear in every culture, and I think that that's why Star Wars has the far-reaching appeal that it has all over the world, is that every culture has, you know, the trickster, they have the hero, they have the hero who doesn't know he's a hero. And I think that's why it sticks. I think that's why it's stuck around all these years. And it didn't intend to be any of those things. It kind of started out pure. And so, questions?
What do you guys think about how George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney?
I'm glad it's out of George's hands, but I do not trust Disney at all. If you see what they're already doing to Marvel, there's Marvel for really young kids. Have you ever thought that you'd ever see a smiling Dr. Doom? Really? I mean, and the new Avengers coming up, sure enough, there's that Pinocchio song in there. Disney wants to keep reviving their own stuff and pushing it forward, and they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna shoot themselves in the foot just like they did with a fine film like John Carter. Go see John Carter, it's great.
Yeah, it is a good movie.